Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome to Cities Skylines, Exactville. Okay, so in the last episode, we've just started out. I had a comment saying that it is a little bit laggy, and yes, I had a look and it definitely was a little bit laggy. So since I don't have a monster new PC, I have actually reduced the graphic settings to try and avoid that. So please give me a shout in the comments if it's better or if it's not better, just so I can keep pace with it. Okay, so let's get straight back into it. At the moment, we've got still quite a heavy demand for residential, so we'll keep moving in that direction. And I'm gonna probably start expanding out in this direction a little bit more. Okay, so let's extend this out. Actually, hang on. Let's extend it out from this one. Nice, and do that. So as I mentioned previously, what I don't want to do is I don't want to make complete direct routes through the neighborhoods. I just want to make them semi-direct routes, so it's not very popular to rat run through the residential areas. Okay, and for this one, I'm probably just going to extend that a little bit more, like this, like that, and bring it in like so. So, as you can see, trying to break up the grid a little bit so that we don't have constant free flow of traffic. Okay, what I'm also spotting is, and this spot will probably end up having a little bit less, well, not all of the utility connections. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, absolutely. So let's run our utilities out onto the next road over here, and we'll run them down in this direction. Nice. So utilities are, oops, I didn't want to rotate that. Okay, so utilities are in. Okay, the next thing, we need to continue expanding our, we need to continue to expand. Is that not quite right? We need to continue to expand, sorry guys, our industrial area. Words, where's my words? Okay, straight, and that's the one that I want. Perfect. So I'll give a bit of an industrial pop in there as well, and let me just double check. Yeah, we're still fine with the water. Okay, so we're expanding pretty nicely. Okay, and we need to start looking at where is the next kind of key destination. Where will the next key destination of our city be? And I'm kind of wondering whether we don't do a bit of a commercial district on the water over here. So what we'll do is we'll kind of twist this, we'll twist the main street around to go to, this is the one I want. Okay, so we'll stretch it out a little bit more, just out a little bit more like that, and then we're going to twist it around. So let's get the bendy tool. Look, I'm not going to do it perfectly. No, that's maybe too much. Just like that, and maybe all I do is something like that, and then I run it straight again. Yeah. The other thing that we probably should do. Hang on. Let's not do that. Let's not bend it out that way. Let's just extend it a little bit more like this, and we'll stop it right there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to run a road to a new district as soon as I sort out the power. Okay, and I actually want to speed it up a little bit. The one speed is very slow. Is it laggy? It looks okay. It just looks horribly grainy now because of the graphics, but it looks like it's smooth. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to do a little bit of an offset, right? We're going to shoot off straight in this direction, like so. All right? Okay, so intersections typically can look like this, but you don't want them too acute. You want them as close to 90 degrees as possible, but this is completely acceptable. So we'll do that kind of arrangement, and this is like a main street that we're going to run into this direction, where we're going to have a bit of a commercial precinct, something like that. I think that's the idea. But because this is, we're going to start it out, and like in reality, you start it out with a smaller street, but you kind of provide yourself some some way of actually upgrading that road. Okay, so let me, I don't want to get it necessarily all the way there. This isn't going to be very efficient, I think. Okay, something like that. Look, I'm not all about the 90-degree angle, so don't worry about that too much. And this one, what I'll actually do with this is I will twist this one up there now. Okay, so now this is now where we're kind of starting to get the shapes a little bit. Yeah. And there we go. There we go. Okay, perfect. So this area is now going to be a bit of a commercial precinct, and I'm going to do similar kind of setup towards this side. Yeah, something like that. Nice. Okay, let's start with that. Ooh, this is not, I didn't quite want that, but I think that's fair enough. Okay, so this is a bit of a funky new area over here. And first things first is let us run utilities in this direction. Again, utilities will be run alongside the road. Okay, so up to about there. Oh, and yeah, unlike roads, utilities don't bend, and that's quite right, because we don't have bendy pipes. So that's perfect. Okay, and the other thing that we wanted to do is get some power to run here. Along here would not be ideal. Since we're close to power over here, we will run it this way. Fine, I'll just start a new one like that. And we will run power to there. Okay, that's going to be it for now. Okay, now let's get some commercial stuff going. And what I want to do is I want to actually, again with the power, should I start looking at some more power, more efficient means of power? I'll start doing it as soon as we get out of this. Okay, so power over there should solve that problem a little bit. Okay, now I did the commercial area, but what I'm thinking about is, let's pause it for a second. I'm going to go to districts, and what I want to do is actually make this like not a tourism specialization, but maybe a leisure specialization. Oh, first need to do this. So this area over here, right in there and around there, this area over here will be called Primrose Hills. No, will be called the bank. The bank, and the bank is a leisure zone. Okay, so the bank right there. So the bank is going to be a leisure zone. And let's extend this out a little bit more to create ourselves a little bit more room for the bank to grow. Okay, and we're just going to have it like a dead end over here, right? Nice. And like in reality, what you would do is you would hug the contours. You wouldn't go straight across this. This is almost a little bit much, but it can work. So you would turn to go up. You wouldn't just run it straight through there, because that's expensive yet again. Okay, so keep it moving. The bank will start getting some stuff. The other thing that I'm interested in doing is actually extending. Is actually extending it. So now what you will see, right? You will start to see some action in terms of traffic moving from this area to this area and back again. Oh, water. Yes, I've run the water up to there, but not actually to the development. So we'll do that. We'll do this, and we'll do that. Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Okay, there we go. We see our first leisure development is popping up. A Sherlock's coffee. A Sherlock's coffee on the bank. These guys aren't actually making proper use of their outdoor areas at the back here, which is something that you would probably want to see. But anyway, that's it. That doesn't really matter too much for us. Okay, so now you're going to start seeing some traffic coming in that direction. We will keep building out this area. Ooh, And to be honest, the next thing that you would probably start seeing in this area is a school. Okay, so let's pop that in. We're going to pop in a school on a fairly main road, right? So that you can easily get most people to it, but not directly on there because that's just too busy. Okay, so this kind of situation up here. We'll do that. The next thing we'll do is we'll actually create a little bit of a block around it. Oh, give me the straight one. Like so, and like so. Yeah, how's that? And what I'm going to do with this, which is fairly typical. Okay, let's extend this out a little bit more. And what we can do is we'll also hook it up over there. That's fairly standard to hook up, so there's redundancy should something burst. Okay, so a fairly common thing to see is a little neighborhood center in the middle of a neighborhood, and that's typically around some activity. So here we've got the church, we've got the school, and a little bit of neighborhood commercial around this area of activity. Okay, now since we now have a little kink in the road like this, and this will in future become a fairly significant main arterial to this area, what we will do is we will keep this area around the intersection open so that you can actually do upgrades to the capacity of this area. So in order to do that, we won't just continue all of these roads straight into that road. What we will start to do now is actually start to kink the roads around that area. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do, I want to get the bendy tool. Let's do that, and then connect that one straight up into there. So now we're starting to see an actual residential pattern, or a let's say a local road pattern conforming to the main arterials. So that's the way this is starting to grow. Nice. Okay, now we've got a little bit over there, so we can fill up the rest of this with this area over here where you've got a little bit of a, typically you would see some bigger stuff in there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a park in there, right, to better use most of that area. So that's pretty nice, and then I am going to fill up the rest of it with residential. Nice, there we go. Oh, and so now you will see this is one of those instances where we're actually running it straight through. So that is probably a problem. In reality, we'd probably kink it this way and run it through there. Or it can run through a park, but if there's a residential area over on the top here, that's probably not ideal. So it has to like squeeze through those areas. Excellent, but there we go. We've got a bit of a park going up. And again, we've got power problems. So how much power are we using? We're up to, let's pause for a second. We're up to 42 megawatts. So what is the first one that we should be looking at in terms of megawatts? 120, 40. Okay, coal, not ideal. How much is this? This is not bad. How much does it cost to build it? 80,000 and 1,200 per week. These bad boys cost 80 per week to run. So I can run 10 of them for 800. So it's like 15. Yeah, 10 for 800, then a few more, 15. Yeah, before that really becomes worthwhile to go over that way. Let me have a quick look at the coal power plant though. That is pretty cheap stuff. So this is going to be much cheaper than our actual wind power. So I'm going to switch over to that to save us some money. So let's put this one over here. Alright, right next to our main power, our main kind of high voltage power line. I'll do that. And it actually leaves enough room for that road to continue in the future should we need it. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to remove most of these apologies, most of these ones. Relocate building, open budget panel. No, I'm just going to remove, well, what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to remove them, I'm just going to switch them off. Switch them off. I think I still need a little bit more, so I'm going to do something like that. I'm going to switch off 4 of them, keep 2 of them running. That plus the coal should be sufficient to keep us in there. Oh, we've got a fire, and the fire department has actually attended that fire. Okay, now the next thing we want to do, now we want to start looking at connecting up to this direction, so you don't have to everybody drive around and drive down this way. So the next thing is, once you're sufficient distance away from the main intersection, you'll start linking it up. Okay, so that's what we've done. That's linked up over there. So this road is called Blake Street, and Blake Street is a fairly significant arterial into our new leisure district. Okay. What we can also do is we can have a little bit of a route in this direction. So what we'll do is I will actually get this one. Hang on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spike this one through here, and then have this one meet up with that one at, say, 90 degrees, all right? How can I do that? Yeah, something like that. Okay, perfect. Okay, and because this would be a fairly substantial intersection at some point, because if it gets busy, we will not do too much to impede this area, so I won't kind of connect up over there. What I will do is do something like this, and like that, and like this, okay, like so, and then I'm going to twist it to meet up there. Ooh, not quite. Something like that. This isn't ideal, but that's okay. That's seen as to be okay. Okay, perfect. So there we go. So now the question is, would this street, Finch Street, and this street be the same? Yes, it actually is. Finch Street all around. Nice. I like it. I like it. Okay, so this is the way stuff gets shaped in planning. You allocate some main arterials, and then you do areas to just provide local accessibility. So this could get busy too at some point, but hopefully not too bad. And then we can continue the grid of our residential area. But also we can spot that we now need a little bit more commercial. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it like this. I'm not going to build up or zone up all the way to there. I'm going to start a fair bit away and just zone up the rest of this area. The other side, however, I can zone all the way through like that. There you go, a little bit of a commercial precinct in here. And then we will continue with some more residential. Like so. Ooh. And like so, and like so. Okay, not ideal. We're not filling it up too well, and look, in reality what will happen is these plots will just be a bit of a better shape. It won't be completely square like it is over here, where there will be a bit of a funny shape, but they'll fill that up in reality. Okay, so now our residential area is starting to take shape, and we still got this precinct over here with some action, leisure activities. Okay, good. The next thing I'm going to also want to start look at is some of the mass transit stuff. Okay, so the mass transit stuff is, public transport. That's the next thing. This town is starting to become a decent size, so now transport is starting to be an issue. Otherwise we'll get a lot of traffic. So, and a city of this size gets a bus depot. And the bus depot will typically be located away from the residential areas, closer to the industrial areas. And now let's start getting buses. Okay, our first bus line is to cut through this residential area. Okay, so let us start it over here. Okay, we'll run it through along that way. We'll run it through there. We'll make this turn and run it in there. Yeah, like so. Ooh, on the other side. Ooh, and back on that side. And oh my goodness, guys, I'm getting an earthquake. Ah, okay, and then we're gonna pop up on this area and run it in here, and there we go. Where's that earthquake? Okay. Brilliant. This is a massive earthquake. Not great. Okay. So, what does this mean? Do we have someone that's going to clean up this? Do we need emergency services? Oh, hang on. There's something over here. What is this? A disaster response unit. It's too expensive. Too expensive to build a disaster response unit. Too expensive. Earthquake sensors. I don't know. Not a big fan of that. Can we... So what? Who's cleaning this up? Do I need it? I need a disaster response unit. This is not great. Okay. Disaster response unit it is. Okay. And it'll be placed in that area there. Oh, okay. So, this is not really what I had in mind. But what I'll do is we will start doing some remedial actions to, oh, geez, I'm trying to level it, guys, trying to level it. No. Level terrain, level an area, click with the secondary mouse button to choose a target. Ah, target height, that's the target height. Let's level it. Okay. Fixing this area up, it's probably costing me a fortune. But I need to do that. I need to sort this out. And we're playing with realism, so we'll stick with this. We're just going to fix this though, because it's cut through the middle of our town. Perfect. Okay, and let's fix a little bit more over here. We'll leave some remnants of it though. And then we will... But this is a little bit too extreme. Okay, just fill it up over here a little bit. It's costing me tons to do that. Cleaning it up. Okay, yeah, that's better. Nice. Okay, so now there's a little bit of slope hanging around here. There we go. So we can actually now get our roads to come back in. I want to do the straight ones over here. Oh, did we lose power? Oh, this section lost power because of being disconnected. Nice. So that's what I want, and then I want to kind of tie it in like that. Nice. We're fixing that up. And ooh, no, not what I don't know what this is doing. I still need to kind of figure that out. Perfect. And through there. Nice. And okay, fine. Like so. Now we need to rebuild the school. A little bit more action than I was hoping for. But rebuild the school over there and rezone this area. And is the disaster response unit doing anything or not? Apart from costing me money. Is someone actually cleaning up the roadways? How do I fix this? I've not, what's this? Open disaster report. Recent earthquake, citizens lost, buildings lost, roads destroyed, buildings on fire, trees on fire. Okay. Perfect, but who's fixing this? Do we have the response units coming out fixing things? Or not? Am I just going to have to rebuild it? Vehicles in use, 0. Okay. Ooh, traffic routes, junctions. Interesting. Nice, nice, nice. Adjust roads. Okay, perfect. Get out of that. I'm hoping that the disaster response unit will actually do something at some point. Okay, fine. Perfect. Are they going to fix these roads? Because at the moment everything's cut off. Not good, not good. Okay, let's finish up the zoning over here. Zone these areas back. Nice, zone those, zone that. not over there. These are pretty small, but we can maintain them. Okay, back to the buses. So this is the bus stop. Okay, so that's coming again back that way. Ooh, no. Nice. Let's extend this one again. So we'll do this way. Then probably one around there. And then we're going to come up this way. One over here. And cannot find a path. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. Should I just rebuild these? Ah, 2-lane road. I just want to rebuild it, man. Oh, is something happening over here? No, nothing is happening. None of these areas are actually being fixed up. Like in nowhere. Yeah, and all of this is kind of becoming a problem. Okay, let's see about rebuilding. Man, I don't really like that. Okay, pop that out, pop that out, pop that out. Over here. Ooh, no, don't want to demolish the school. That one and that one, and this section over here. Right, okay, now let's get our roads back. And that one, and this one, and through here, and through there, and through there. And this one is on the bend. Okay, so let's do that. Yeah, nice, that's fixed. And finish off this one finally over here. Perfect. Okay, so let's quickly finish off the bus now that all the roads are up and running again. Okay, there we go. What I'm going to do is do a stop over here. Yeah, let's just do a stop over there and a stop over here, and we'll hook that up. There we go, a first route through the residential area and to the industrial area. So now people can actually start taking the bus. Perfect. Okay, so now the police and everybody can get over here again. Perfect. Everything is now working. Okay, I actually need to rezone some of these sections which I've lost during the earthquake. That's fine. That's been sorted. We need not the high-risk stuff. And there we go. These ones and that one and that one. Perfect. Also around there, as we lost some there. Okay, and this one. Perfect. There we go. All of that is up and running. And now we need some more industrial use. The question for us though is, do we want to expand? I think we can probably do a little bit bigger, larger industrial area over here. So we will extend this section a little bit, like so. And ooh, can we do a bit more? Okay, let's extend that a little bit more, and we'll run. Yes, perfect. There we go. Perfect. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just clean it off over there. There we go. Nice. So I'm going to fill up some more industrial over here. And that's going to be pretty much our town industrial complex until we go off into some bigger specializations. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, good. And we're starting to get some shape. Got a speciality area over here. This can probably extend a little bit like that. Perfect. Okay, guys, I'm going to put a cut in here, and I'll see you in the next episode of Exactville. I'm ExactChaos, and this has been Cities Skylines with the mass transit update. Exactly. If you like this episode, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.